Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are. I want to welcome you. I want to do a brief excerpt from my upcoming book, Genius. The book is titled Genius, a little about me and a lot about how you can be exceptional. This excerpt comes from chapter 1, titled Nature. This chapter lays the groundwork for anybody who is trying to really be something special in life. And when we talk about something special, I do not mean that everybody must be me or whatever else you think is great. It isn't about level of wealth achieved. Greatness is about you shining well beyond anybody else that does the same thing, that you have hit the pinnacle of what it is that you are. Greatness can be achieved as a janitor. Greatness can be achieved as an artist. It's not just about living life wealthy and successful in material terms. It's about living a life that is gratifying and satisfying and admirable. Someone can look at you and want to be you. And so this excerpt comes from chapter 1, Nature, taken from pages 7 through 10. And it starts, when I speak of nature, I speak of human nature, your nature. I define it as one's raw and uncorrupted self contained in innate inclinations, inspirations, and attributes. It is your divine self as programmed at creation, your pure characteristics resulting from inborn and inherent qualities. Every one of us is born to be something. We have a specific fit and a natural design. The first and most difficult task in becoming genius is to find that nature or self. Often as we grow up, we lose ourselves, and by the time we recognize that something is missing, we have lost all memories of what it used to look like, what I used to feel like. Self becomes foreign. Carl Sagan once said, if you wish to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe. The first thing we must all realize is that we were made. You and I are a product of design, a result of a conscious effort by some higher authority to build a purposed tool. I do not wish to argue here about what God is or is not, whether God is or is not, since it is not relevant to this chapter. In a subsequent chapter, we will discuss my views on God. For now, we can accept a common and undisputed fact. You are not a mistake. Be it nature, be it God, be it evolution, you are a product of a concerted effort to create. Something made you to satisfy a function, to solve a problem, to be somebody. You weren't just born. It is not strictly a biological transaction. You weren't merely a plan of men. Whether your parents wanted or did not want to have you doesn't matter. They had not a thing to do with who you are. Family may get a hand in your nurture. They will most definitely contribute to your heredity and they will influence your behaviors. But your nature is unique. It is patented. And it is purposed by God. It is that part of the apple pie that makes the apple pie. Without it, you can still make a pie, but not an apple pie. It is definition. It is purpose. You can become a lawyer or a doctor. You can tell the truth or choose to lie. You can sing or dance, but there is something inside of you which will decide how exceptionally you can do these things, and that is a simple question. Is it in your purpose? Are you designed in line with the activities you've chosen? Are your choices in line with your nature? You, like apple pie, could not have been made by anyone incapable of creating first the ground, then the seed, then the rain, then the seasons, then the apple, then the bee, then the man and woman who they fed, then the day in which they met, to make the seed that ends in you. We may need to stop here for now. but understand the depth of complexity that is creation and consequently nature. I do believe that you get the point. You are a product of design, of a conscious will to achieve a destined aim. When you find this purpose, you can find yourself, your nature within nature. It is easy to get lost in how your mother accidentally met your father, how you could have been born on Tuesday instead of Wednesday, how A and B shows that life is not purpose, that events are coincidental, but every day the sun shines like clockwork, held together by design, purposed, useful, reliable. The same forces that hold the sun hold you. Nature is about finding your purpose, because until you do, everything you do is like beating the air to stop rain. There is an incredible difficulty that results from a misdirection of purpose. When you find your purpose, you find your nature, you find yourself, and you find your fit, then you find peace. Miles Moore said, "When purpose is unknown, abuse is inevitable. Until you understand why you are made, you will not be able to connect the pieces and know who you are. Your nature lies in the tools, characteristics, styles, tastes, personalities, and intuitions at your disposal, and the purpose for their unique combination. The nature of water is H2O. If H, it is hydrogen. If O, it is oxygen. If H2O, then and only then is it water. The way you laugh, the way you cry are all part of you. Also, so is your height, temperament, speech pattern, and sensory perception. Each new configuration or mix creates a unique personal signature that makes John, John, and Ada, Ada. There isn't two of you in the whole wide world, because you were made for a specific task, and you were therefore consciously fitted and configured for that purpose. What is unfortunate is that we live in a world that is so focused on conformity, and over time children are trained to become similarly patterned models in line with the aspiration of their parents, friends, and societies. In an attempt to ensure an orderly world or to ensure financial security, we end up creating minions, duplicate personalities, attempted replications of past achievers that fail hopelessly, because greatness lies in nature's design and not man's edits. From Edison to Nnamdi Azikiwe to King Ifeanyi Chukwuru, be it in music, politics, science, or theology, our greatest achievers are rule breakers. They are controversial. They mirror insanity. They are not normal, because normal is the one thing none of us should aspire to be. Thank you very much for joining me in the reading of this excerpt, and I hope that it has helped you in one way or the other. Thank you.